You see, most industries, in fact, I'm going to be as brave enough to say all industries, are busy trying to trap the talented people within it with a, you need to learn more, do more, be more. Spiritual warfare is a thing. Spiritual attack is a thing, and it's surrounding you the entire time. We have to understand that the enemy, the devil, has a game to play. He wants to confuse you, he wants to slow you down, he wants to make you procrastinate, he wants to make you spin on the spot or get greedy or even lose belief. But it's happening the entire time. The book of Job shows us that. But at some point in time, we have to understand this game and how it is a game, and understand how we have the power of God to always win. And so how does this spiritual warfare play out in your world? How would you recognize that it's actually a thing? What are you experiencing today that is this spiritual attack? And what can you do about it? That's what we're going to talk about in our video today. So there's an incredible book out there called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. This book was written in the 1930s, and nobody was brave enough to publish it till about 2010. It's a sinister interview between Napoleon Hill and the devil, where Napoleon Hill, as the author or researcher, gets the devil to confess all of his wicked, majestic ways of getting us to not really go and thrive, to not fully live as the 10 out of 10 that he created us to be, to not go and prosper like God promises us that we will, to not live in abundance, but to live with a poverty mindset or in scarcity or with worry or with fear. You see, often we're taught that the devil is there to take us backwards, to do bad to us, to harm us, to stop us. But really, he doesn't want to do any of those things. He wants you to get trapped by the theory of building something. He wants you to get trapped by admin, by qualifications, by paperwork, by the feeling that I just don't know enough yet, or I'm not qualified enough yet. And if I get the next badge, the next qualification, or go on the next course, or read the next book, then I will step forwards and start doing something, the big thing. The truth is that Jesus left Nazareth without consent, unqualified. In fact, he was disapproved of by the religious leaders of his time. And he left Nazareth and went and changed the world. He hadn't studied necessarily in the way that everybody was supposed to study, a lifetime of studying. And you see, most industries, in fact, I'm going to be as brave enough to say all industries, are busy trying to trap the talented people within it with a, you need to learn more, do more, be more. I remember Tony Robbins' story is that he did his first course in neuro-linguistic programming. And after day 2, said, I'm going to go and do this. They said, you can't do this. You have to learn more, be more, have more qualifications. He said, but I can help so many people, but you're not ready yet. And so he left the course and started helping people. And then he carried on doing it without permission, without consent, to now being the largest known coach on planet Earth, having left the first coaching course 2 days in. You see, the devil, he wants you to think that you're doing the right things. He wants you to doubt that you're good enough. He wants you to play small and feel like it's much harder than it really is. He wants you to have hobbies that occupy your time. Have you ever noticed just how many people know more about their sport than they do about the industry world or the business world or money, or even more about their sport than they do about God? That they run around saying, I don't have enough and I want more and I'd like a house and I'd like a car and I'd like a holiday house and I'd like this and that or whatever else. And then they're happy to go and spend 3 hours at the driving range 3 times a week. Because, you know, having a low handicap in golf is a thing that I've always wanted. Well, it might be, but it's going to come at the cost of seeking dominion in your industry and having the prosperity that the Lord provides you. You see, the devil is busy subtly the entire time, not trying to stop you, but just trying to apply the brakes enough so that you don't move forwards. What's crazy is in the book of Job, we know that Job got set free from the work of the devil by praying for 2 of his friends, placing other people in front of himself when he was struggling. Well, if that works for Job and set him free from the devil and allowed him to have everything that he previously had come back to him and more, I want to ask you, are you playing the spiritual warfare game of Job right now? Are you ready to go and put others in front of yourself, to pray for others, serve others, give immaculate products and services to others, to uplift others so that you can be set free? Are you ready to leave Nazareth unqualified, unprepared, unapproved of, and go and step out and do what you know is possible? Or are you just going to go and sign up for another course, buy another book, read another thing, write another plan, get stuck in the numbers game of an Excel spreadsheet that will always trap you forever? Or maybe you need to go out there instead and do what Jesus did. Jesus marketed and sold the word of God through conversation, demonstration, and teaching. And if you want to solve your business problems and your money problems, you need to go and share the word of what you believe to be true about the excellence of what it is that you do through conversation, showing, and teaching. And like Jesus did, then saying, follow me, as they buy more into your product or service. You see, spiritual warfare is a thing, but it's only a thing if you choose to play the game by the rules of the enemy. If you choose to ignore him and play the game by the rules of Jesus, you will always be the victor, no matter what the spiritual warfare is about you.